Alrighty guys, we are back with Final Fantasy XIV. Hopefully you got to see my character creation video. It was 2 parts long, second part was only a few minutes. So I will have that linked in the beginning of this video. You probably would have already seen it, or it'll also be in the description. Now I did just want to give you my first thoughts and impressions with regard to this. As you can see coming up here, this is what he looks like now. I've gotten him to level 15, so don't think it's like I've been playing this non-stop, but it has been a little bit of time playing. I'll get more into what I think about as far as the quests and everything go then. But I also made another 4 characters. We've got Stacyn, which is, let me just click this but then click cancel. Stacyn is a conjurer of the Mediocre type. You can see the little tail sticking out there. And then I made Buck-Sin, who is a Rogue Gaiden, and they are probably the huge, big buffy types that I mentioned before. I haven't really done any playing with him other than just getting to the point where I can register myself. And then we've got K-Sin, which is a human lancer, or I forget the name for the humans. Oh, Hayur, sorry, it says right there on my screen. A Hayur lancer. So you've got her, and then you've got Half Squat Sin, which is my Lalafell thaumaturge. He's pretty funny. It's so funny how they look like children, but you can put facial hair and tattoos and all these earrings on them. But let's just jump right in to Kai-Sin, so I can show you a little bit of the actual gameplay. One thing I do not really understand is the deal with regard to where your character starts in the world. There's many different regions. There's Gridania, which is where this one is. This is like this little tiny foresty type look to it. And then there's Ul'da, which is like a desert castle type place that you start off in. And then there's one called like Lumosa or something like that. It sounds like a dang Harry Potter spell, but it's something along those lines. And that place, you start off on a boat and it takes you to like an island, and that's where that world is. Now, I don't know if there's any more than that, but those are the 3 that I have amongst my 5 characters. At the moment, I prefer Gridania the most, or Grenadia. I think it's Gridania. I'm not sure. Grenadia, maybe. I prefer that one, or this one, over those other 2, but I haven't really experienced those other 2 all that much, more than just running around in the basic area. So I thought that it was just which sub-race you picked. If you remember when I was creating my Elysian, it had a point where I had to pick basically which clan or which troop or tribe or sub-race I wanted, and one was more of a cave dwelling and then one was more of a plains dwelling. Well, I picked the top one, and that was all fine and dandy. I came here. Well then, for each of them I had been picking the top one, and then the Rogue Gaiden I picked the bottom one. I picked the one that does look like it was more sun deprived. And sure enough, I started off on a boat, not a carriage. And I thought that that's what it was. So then with my Lalafell, I picked the top one because I wanted to play with Mediocre Matt. And when I picked the top one, guess what? It sends me to ul'da. And he, picking the same top one, everything the exact same, it brings him here to, I don't know if I'm saying wrong, Gridania. It sends him here. So, I'm like, what the heck's going on? And we each picked the same server. We picked the Leviathan server. So none of that should have been different, So that's just one thing I'm not really understanding, at least 100%, is how you can choose which world you get to be put into. So yes, this is my archer at the moment. Like I said, he's level 15. Don't expect anything too crazy, but I'll just give you the basic rundowns of what's on your screen. I am playing, of course, mouse and keyboard. It does give you the option to play with a gamepad, which is really neat. and it might be more similar to PS3 if you're planning on getting this game for the PS3. So you might want to try the gamepad if you do get beta access. So we have the map here. It's really neat because yes, it'll interact with things on your map itself, but also you can always click your map and you get this pop-up. You can click it again, or you can click this and also get the pop-up. So either one. You can be more zoomed in, or you can be further away. I like being further away. I don't need to see exactly what's on me. I'd rather see more wide coverage. And then this is just unlocking, all that kind of stuff. I thought that this did something, but it doesn't. I'm pretty sure it's just a sun or along those lines. Yeah, I don't really think it does anything. So, and then, let's see, these are all your skills. Now, the reason there's a 1 here and a 2 here, and they stretch out across this, is because eventually you'll be able to register with a different guild. Right now I'm in the Archers Guild because I have to be, because that's what you start off with if you pick the Archer. But then a lot like other MMOs like Guild Wars or I think like WoW, you can choose to invest skills in a different skill class as well. And I'm pretty sure that's what this number 2 is going to be for. I'm thinking about registering with the Conjurer's Guild when I get the chance. That way I can have healing abilities and all that kind of sort. And I'm pretty sure that they would be up here. I'm not sure how you'd use them. It looks like control and 1, control and 2. It looks like along those lines. Sprint you get from the beginning. It's really cool. Once you use it, you know, you pretty much double your movement speed, but it does drain all your TP, which is like your points that you attribute toward using your abilities and whatnot. My basic ability is at level 15. By hitting 15, I basically ended up getting Repelling Shot. This interface is really cool. You can click them if you want. You can click and you can move them and swap them out with other places. And you start off with Heavy Shot, and then if you do, you know, I think you hit a certain level. They're basically unlocked upon level. Heavy Shot, you basically can activate it, and then it charges for a while, then shoots. Straight Shot shoots 2 arrows, and it gives a chance to like increase critical hit rate, or it doesn't give the chance, but it allows you to get critical hit more often. Venomous Bite, you shoot it, it does 1 upfront damage, and then it poisons for like 9 seconds after that. Bloodletter takes a little bit longer to cast, but it does a great deal more damage than one of these other ones does, but you also have to wait longer before you can use it again. Misery's End's a pretty cool one. Whenever the target's below 20%, that's when you're allowed to use it. You can't use it unless the target's below 20%, but then when you do use it, it does a whopping amount of damage. I just got Repelling Shot, not exactly sure what it does. I mean, I know what it does, but I haven't experienced it. But basically when you use it, it makes you like vault or roll or backstep or whichever you prefer in the opposite direction of whichever way you fired it. So that's pretty cool. I have been using Shadowbind a lot. Basically it's a snare. I use that at the beginning of my fight, and after that I usually poison, and then I'll do my Bloodletter, and then I'll do straight shot, and then poison and Bloodletter when I can, and then Misery's End I usually use to finish it off when they're below health. But that basically binds and holds them. And then Raging Strikes is like a passive. Once you use it, the next 20 seconds, 20% damage increase. So that's all pretty cool. Here you have all your basic menu interface. Everything you can think of you'd have here. If you click character, it'll bring you up with this window, and this is all your stats from everything you can possibly think of, and these are all the current items that you have. And then if you were to click one of these, it will bring up your armory chest where you may or may not. Here it just took it off him right down there, and then you can just click, and I think you can also just right click, and it'll show you one icon for if you have any more of those types of things in your stash. That's all really cool. So I really like that aspect. You know, you have your head, your body, your hands, and you also have your wrists, rings, necklace, waist, pants, shoes, all your normal things, if not more. And those are all really cool. And then I saw these little dot things, and I didn't know exactly what they were up front, but when you click them, it's basically a shortcut to get straight to your gear list. But then again, it's not really a shortcut. If anything, it might be further away. But you can click that and highlight like that. And then this is basically your inventory. It shows all 4 pages with all your possible things, and it's just a shortcut to get to your inventory as well. And then here's, experience bar, health bar, all that kind of stuff. Here's your chat box. You can make it be enormous if you prefer. I like it being out of the way, but still being able to see if anyone is saying anything. And that's basic your HUD here with this game. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm doing this video once I hit 15 so I could put on this gear, because you would not have wanted to see me in my previous gear. I was wearing some sort of leather strap shirt with white leather boots and like a man's-ear looking, not man's-ear, but pretty much a man thong. I don't really know why. I didn't choose to wear that. I mean, I did, but it was the best gear at the time that was offered to me. So right here is where it'll show all your active quests, and when you click them, it will bring up on the screen all the information and whatnot, and then you can also click map and it will show you where it is in comparison to where you are. I'm in New Gridania. What up here, Central Shroud, is down here. This is where it said it was. I click that, it gives me a small little red ring on the map, and it also highlights all the other towns and everything along those lines on the map itself. So I'm up here in New Gridania. If I were to come down, I'd run all the way to here. Now, I am not strong enough for this one yet. I really need to be level 17 or be in a party with people. I have Matt as my friend, which I don't think he's online right now, but I do have Matt as my friend, so possibly we could try to do it together. But by yourself at level 15, it's kind of hard unless you have more of a tanky class, because the second everyone else dies, I don't have any healing and I don't have any tanking. All I can really do is try to run, and there's ranged attackers. They're going to gun me down. But we can go ahead and step out into there. The other really thing that I thought was sweet was the Aetheryte crystals and everything that deals with these. Every area you enter, there's Aetheryte shards that you can click, and those shards will attune you to them so that you can warp there if you'd prefer. Like right here, I'll show you on the map, the Archer's Guild, like this would be an Aetheryte shard, and this is the Archer's Guild or the Quiver's Guild. So instead of me walking all the way across the map over there, I can literally just click Archer's Guild. It will black out on the screen, and then when it appears, there's a little naked guy running by. When it appears, I'm in the Archer's Guild. Now I'm over here on the map, when I was over here. So yeah, that's a short distance anyway, but you can use it to basically say, I'd rather go all the way to Central Shroud. Now that's a much further drive, or walk, or ride. So for that, it does come up with a little bit of like a cutscene loading window where it says where you're going to, because you're going to a completely different place than what you were at. So then once this loads up, and it is taking a little bit longer right now, probably because I'm recording, but typically my computer can do it really quick, which is nice. So now all of a sudden, I am here in Central Shroud, and there's where that circle was. So I basically warped here. Now as far as active map goes outside, these things are called leave meets. You won't get these right away. You don't unlock these for a while. Well, probably until you're around where I am. So those you won't worry about. But there will normally be regular question marks or checks. Each one's a different stage of your quest. And then there's these things called fates. That's what this is. This is a level 31 though, so I wouldn't go there. Because I get my butt kicked. And fates, you basically just walk into the ring and then you've joined the fate. It's basically an instance, but it's a temporary instance that you don't have to go into. It's temporary, but it's also, opportunistic. If you'd want to go to it, you have the opportunity to, but you don't have to. And then, like I said, the red circle is usually where your most active quest is. Yes, you can ride chocobos, as I just pointed on the map. A chocobo ran by. And there's two different ways for the chocobos. You can hire one or you can rent one. If you hire one, I'm pretty sure it just takes you straight to a location. You have no control, you're just along for the ride. And here's the sprint feature, but if you rent one, then you can actually ride around wherever you want with it. You have full control, you can jump, and you can do all those things. But the second you want to dismount to talk to someone or deal with a quest or attack, the chocobo runs off and you lose it. So that's unfortunate. But you can zoom way out actually. There's actually a way where you can go first person as well, but I don't know how to do it on the keyboard. Matt did it on the gamepad just by pushing a button. I'll show you some combat really quick. I will fight this Dynamite. So you can left click it to select it originally, and then if you right click it, you'll start auto attacking it. I don't want to do that yet, so I'm just going to be using the number keys, but I'm going to shadow bind it first. And now it's binded. I'm going to poison it, and then now I'm going to do, my blistering strong shot, and now I'll do my straight shot, and then I'll use my number 5 to basically do Misery's End to finish it off. So it's very smooth combat. Even if you have multiple people playing. Like I have been playing with multiplayer. I've added and created a party with I'm gonna see what Repelling Shot does because I haven't seen it yet. So let me hit him a couple times, and then let me do Repelling Shot. That's really cool. That's really cool. It has a much shorter range though, but that makes sense. I mean, the second someone comes up close to you, you can basically just Repel Shot away. This guy's dying, and I don't know if he wants to or not. So I'm going to try to help him. Yeah, did he die? He died. That's too bad. He's probably not supposed to be trying to take on level 10 Dynamites. The other thing that's really interesting is there is a feature of aggro, of course. Now, once you get exceedingly high level above something, it will no longer aggro you. Like right now, the Dynamites. Well, actually, it did aggro me. I guess I got a little too close, so I might not understand that feature completely. But I noticed that a lot of times things that used to aggro me don't now that I'm a higher level. So I'm pretty sure that has to deal with the level of it, or how close you are. I'm not really sure. But the aggro, of course, is always going to be there. But sometimes I just want to run by. Like right now, the Dynamite would have aggroed me if I were a much lower level. So I'm just going to see here. I'm still right next to it. And one thing you will know is the second you are aggroed, you'll have this like little red arrow shoot to you saying so. And also on the side screen over here, it will show what is aggroed against you and what level it is. So let's see if we can mock trial this really quick. He's not wanting to do anything. Oh, there it was. See, that little arrow shot down, and now it says level 10 Dynamite. So that's really cool. So yeah, what's cool is you could bind, and then you can Repelling Shot, and then you can power, poison, do your doubles again, and then as soon as you are able to do your Misery Shot, you shoot him, Misery's End. So it's really smooth combat. If there is any sort of lag or whatnot, that's simply because I'm recording. I'm running it on like its max settings right now under high performance on my computer, and it is literally running flawless. That little jump right there always gets me. But it's completely open world as it should be. I mean, it's an MMORPG. Right now I'm just running up a humongous tree root, it looks like. I don't think these thorns or hornets are going to try to bother me all that much. Now I will show you, if you go just up here, like I was able to easily kill without barely losing, a tenth of my health. But all I have to do is go up these steps here, and guess what? Guess what's over here? Extremely high level monsters. And they're that close to each other. Level 30. Like, I'm just going to aggro one just so I can run away from it. I'm going to just get just in range. I'm going to bind it. And now I'm going to run the heck away. I'm running away. You see the little red arrow shot at me. Broods is level 30. Shows up here. Did he stop chasing me? Yeah, I think I got out of range of him. But it does not restrict you. Oh, wait. Ah, he's coming. He's coming. I'm running. Oh, wait. Ooh. Oh, he's going to fight him? He's going to fight him? That's sweet. I'll help him fight him. Oh, no, he's not. Ah! Those are the NPCs. They're the wood whalers. I pretty much took home. They all use lancers. There also is falling damage. Where's the root? Let me see. I don't know if this is going to be enough of a fall for... give me falling damage? Yeah, give me a little bit. But there is falling damage, so you have to remember that. All in all, this game is so nice. I absolutely love it. I haven't really found many complaints. I had a complaint earlier about the skills here, because no matter which one I used, they would all go on cooldown. I'm not sure if you noticed it during my fight, and we can get into a quick battle right here so I can show you. But when I had just these three, no matter which one I used, they all three went on a cooldown. And that was frustrating because I wanted to do combos. Let's fight this Hornets right here. If you notice, look, the HP bar is purple. That's because I did not start the fight with this. Someone else did. And it does not prohibit you from being able to fight something that someone else starts. But for a lot of quests where you have to kill 6 of these or 4 of these, then it might not give you credit for them if you did not start them. Because someone could have had it all the way to, you know, less than 10% life. I walk in and I shoot it once. I'll bind it so you can get away. But so it's still purple because it was not aggroed to me first, but I can still choose to attack it. What level is this guy? He's level 8. So we'll finish it off just so he can get it. So it's purple. But then if I aggro this Hornet Swarm, just to be completely sure, its HP bar will go red. So that's just a really cool feature that they offer, where they let you know, if you're going to get credit for it or not, and that sort of thing. I just really like that repel. I haven't seen it before. And then we finish them off. So that's a really cool function of it. And when you are in a party, so if Matt were on and I did add him to a party and I could right click him and then just add him, then it would be red for both of us. So even if I'm the one that started it, it'd be red for both of us. But here, let me see if I can click him. Once you click somebody, you can do all these things. You can look at all the gear, you can trade, you can invite to a party, send friend requests, or you can click follow, but he's already out of range. So I'm going to help this guy kill this thing really quick. Why not, I'm at a high enough level that I can just do whatever I want in this area. And once I go up on top of those, up there, not so much. But right now, yes I can. Yeah, I'm not sure how to do the first person. It's probably just a little toggle I have to do that I haven't seen or whatnot. But that's as far as you can zoom in. And I love the fact that how far you can zoom out. I mean, it might slow your computer down more if it can't handle it, but for me this is fine. I mean, it's nice and smooth. I just got aggroed. You can also press tab, which is really nice. But this is going to be a really cool combo. If I bind him and then I fire or repel away, that's a really interesting combo that I'll probably have to use a lot more throughout this game. I'll finish him off. He really shouldn't have aggroed me. But then look, if I sprint, it drains this all the way down and has to start filling up on its own. But the sprinting is really neat. I like how it looks. I mean, it looks just as it should. Yeah, and as you see, I just put my bow back, but I can go into my stance form and see what it looks like, when I'm in a fight. This guy's not going to try to attack me, is he? You better keep walking. And then the gates open automatically. I think that's a really cool feature that they put in. I'm trying to think of any other things. I've pretty much told you that I really enjoy this game, down to everything that it comes to. I'll probably try to play it a lot more. I really would wish and be extremely hopeful that we did get to keep our characters on when the beta ended, because this is of course the beta. That's the only reason that I have access to it. It's a beta. But I'm not thinking it's going to allow it. That rain's pretty cool. But if you guys have any other questions, or you want to see something in particular, if you want to see me go through another character creation, or you want to see me do an actual quest, right now I just don't have any quests up except for the one that I'm not prepared for. So I won't be able to do that. Actually, we're gonna end this, and there's gonna be a second part where I do a leave meet, and I'll explain what those are then. So we're gonna end this here, and we'll be right back. So please remember to rate the video, and I will talk to you all later.